Namaste to all. In today's situation, we are seeing so many tapasvis, so many self-declared yogis, rishi, munis, and swamis. So, how do we quickly identify whether somebody is true or not? Everybody can, in today's situation, there are so many people in the YouTube and in Facebook, in Twitter, in Instagram. They are giving so much of knowledge. Whether this knowledge will really help us or not, Vedas say that unless and otherwise a master who has practiced that knowledge in the life and achieved Almighty God, unless he preaches, you will not be able to follow it. So, for example, you pay money and then go for a course for 15 days from any Swamiji or any so-called tapasvis, and then after 15 days you come back home and start practicing. After 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you will automatically leave that, because the problem is the person who has taught you is not having that siddhi within him. So it is always necessary that we have to learn the knowledge, listen the knowledge only from that person who has attained samadhi. So how do we identify whether a person is true or not, or whether a master is true or not, whether a yogi is true or not? I'm just trying to quote in this video some 7-8 points which a yogi will not do, which a master will not do, which a tapasvi will not do. Point number 1 is he will never discriminate men and women. He will never discriminate rich and poor. That means some of the tapasvis or yogis we see today, this knowledge is not for men, this knowledge is not for women, this knowledge is and we see discrimination amongst rich and poor by them. For rich people there is special treatment, for poor people there is no treatment. All those things we are seeing in the TV also, we have seen live also. So this is not the nature of a real tapasvi, yogi, rishi, muni. So he will give the knowledge to all the persons equally, without discriminating color, creed, religion, nationality, boy or girl, or men or women, etc. This has to be clearly understood. Point number 1. Point number 2, most important point, is he will never take money for any of his preaching, any of his pravachan, any of his videos. There is no money he will ask from anyone, and neither he will earn money out of any business. This has to be very, very clearly understood. Even in today's context, whenever you go to a real rishi, muni, yogi, tapasvi, he will give you food, he will give you place to stay, all at free of cost. Wherever he is staying, if there is a place, he will ask you to stay there. He will not ask money from you. He will not ask money from you that, okay, this is the menu card, 1 week course, so much rupees, 2 weeks course, so many dollars, online courses, you have to register, this is $1. This and all, this is not the quality of a yogi, rishi, muni, tapasvi, master. So any person who is claiming money, you can very clearly understand that this person is a cheat, this person is a culprit. Because my acharya always says, from the time immemorial, Almighty God gives this knowledge into the heart of the rishis. Never ever any rishi, muni took money for any preaching. Dakshina is different. Dakshina is what a disciple is giving to an acharya. Dakshina is you give 1 rupee or 100 rupees, that it doesn't matter to him, the rishi muni. The next point is he will never get angry on any of the critical comments, or somebody questions something. That acharya, rishi, muni will never get angry. He will not corner you for when answering. He will try to explain everything openly. Everything by truth he will tell you, and he will give you reference from Vedas, Shastras, Upanishads on why this is so, why this is not so, why this is correct, why this is not correct. And he will have solutions for every problem of the world, be it war, be it a problem of water, be it soil problem, be it anything. He will give you Vedic solution and sustainable solution. Next point is he will not do this one. This is very common in today's world. We are seeing the self-claimed yogis dancing. They're singing song, they're dancing with Bollywood stars, many politicians, all those things we have seen today. He will never do this kind of activity. The main subject matter of a yogi, rishi, muni is only Almighty God's knowledge. He will only share the knowledge of Almighty God. He will never do anything else. He will not dance, sing, and then do partying all the night. He will not say that, okay, today is Ekadashi, today is Shivaratri, you have to wake up all the night. So let's wake up, and by dancing also it's okay. This kind of things he will not do. And one more important point is he will never teach you any knowledge or any ignorant knowledge. I'm not saying knowledge means it is wisdom. He will not teach you anything which is written by a human being in so-called religious books which are unscientific, which are man-made. He will not tell, for example, Rishi Muni will never teach you Srimad Bhagavatam or Shiva Puran or Vishnu Puran or Vayu Puran, etc. He will always teach you only the fundamental knowledge of Almighty God, which are purely scientific. He will not tell you unscientific things or unscientific books. He will not explain to you. This also we have to understand. And he will not tell that this is any knowledge he shares. A yogi, rishi, muni, tapasvi, any knowledge he shares, he will always tell this is not my knowledge. This is the knowledge from Almighty God. This is the knowledge from Yoga Shastra. This is the knowledge from Sankhya Shastra. This is the knowledge from Bhagavad Gita. This is the knowledge from Mahabharata. This is the knowledge from Ramayana. He will say, he will openly declare, this is not my knowledge. The knowledge is given to me by Almighty God. I am just sharing the knowledge of Almighty God. That is why I am giving you reference. Because my Acharya always says in previous yugas, no one asks any reference from a Rishi Muni. But today is a situation, we don't know who is a Rishi Muni. So my Acharya said that I actually, after attaining Samadhi, I had to remember the references of the, like example, Yajurveda 40/6. I have to remember the references just to satisfy you. But in olden times, nobody will ask a question. If Sri Krishna says something, nobody will ask Sri Krishna that from which Veda you quote this. Because they know that they are a yogi, he is a yogi. But today's situation is different. So my Acharya always gives references and always tells that no Acharya, no yogi in this world has given his own self-knowledge. He is always giving only Almighty God's knowledge. So this is a big differentiation which we have to understand. Last point is, he will not build any temples for earning money. As I told, he will not do any business, but further beyond that, he will not build temples and install idols there to bring public to a place and collect money or earn any other business. We may see many people like you go for a gathering there or a pravachan, it is free, but you may not really see what is going on around. There will be some stalls selling something else. In a brand of that organization, there will be some books which are in the brand of that organization. So there are so many other activities which will happen around you when you go for a pravachan. Pravachan is free of cost. It will be 45 minutes, 1 hour, 1.5 hour, whatever it is, but you will be compelled to buy many stuffs. When you come back, that you have done a very good business dealing for him. So this has to be very clearly understood. A Rishi, Muni, Yogi, Acharya, Tapasvi, Master will never do this kind of activity. So if these fundamental things, if we understand that a yogi will not do this, yogi will not do this, a yogi will not do this, a Rishi Muni will not do this, then we will finally understand who is a yogi. Then we can put a tick mark or a wrong mark against each and every person name who are available as a yogi, Rishi, Muni, Swami in the market and come to a real person who is an Acharya. I hope this video helped you. Thank you so much. Namaste. Om.